And an alarm set to 7 p.m., which is a weird time to have an alarm set.
Interesting.
Yeah, but anyways, though, I'll continue my bitching. I just feel like I know everyone's excited about Breath of the Wild 2, and that's cool. I kind of figured it wasn't gonna come out this year. You can kind of tell. I'm not upset about that. It'll hopefully be worth it.
I think part of me is I don't really mind that this was all we got from Zelda. Like, it would be nice if we got the other ports, but I guess I don't want to be have another situation of, hey guys, we're gonna give you something. Now we're not gonna give you something.
You know,
Ooh.
at this
Need to
point, like,
remake CDI.
see, that would have actually been cool, though. Like, I mean, like, they could have. Because, see, here's the thing: it's not the fact that they're not giving us a game; it's the fact that there's like no other merchandise. Where like Nintendo had Mario shirts, other stupid shit.
All right, let me
They did
throw.
brand deals with like Puma.
Let me play devil's advocate. How fast do you think that would have been scalped?
You say that, but they weren't that badly scalped when they originally initially had them, and that was during the pandemic when people were doing it.
Okay, because right now the Metroid amiibo and the special edition got sold out just like that.
I wonder how the hell you sell out of something that's not even existent.
What do you mean?
It's in production right now, so I wonder how do you sell out of. I mean, I get it. Stores can definitely sell out, but I feel like it's one of those that's kind of on the store's fault.
It
You know,
is.
could you stop him? He's destroying the station.
I mentioned Sonic before. Honestly, I think what's happening with him is he's becoming less and less of a video game character. Because it seems like a lot of and I'm not even, I like the characters, whatever. It's not necessarily a horrible thing, but they have the TV show coming out, they have the comics, they have the second movie coming. Like, it almost feels like there's more stuff that isn't a game that comes out
You know,
than
I
the games
I
themselves.
I would actually have to disagree because that's kind of like saying Batman isn't a comic book character anymore because he has so much shit coming out that isn't even a
I'm
comic.
not saying he isn't a video game character anymore. I'm saying their priorities do not seem to be on the games, at least at the moment.
It makes sense. Games are cost a lot of money to make, and it's easier to
Mhm.
just go like, "Hey, here's a TV show."
Why don't they
You
just do
know,
Mania too? That worked out so well. Just pay the
Because
team to make
because they
one.
just contracted them. They don't they, they don't have to anymore.
they don't want him to work for them. That would require money.
Contract
Money.
them a second time. They don't want to do it. Contract another. So many people have done so many fucking fan games. You could do it.
You
I
are
don't think
absolutely
it'd be
right.
that hard. I don't think it'd be that hard. I think that
You know what? We will make a Sonic fan game.
let's do it. Let's make
Sonic
it live.
Bonanza.
Let's make it live action and like Telltale. Stuart dress
Yeah.
up as Sonic.
No, he has to be big.
Big, big and Sonic. That's the name of it.
Why do I have to be big?
If you're big.
I
What
was not gonna say
the
that.
fuck does that
I was
mean?
going,
Are
I
you
was
calling me
honestly gonna
fat?
say. Look, I was just gonna say that I want to hear Stewart as big. That's the only reason why I want him to be big.
I'm probably the fattest one here, so it's okay. I'm allowed to make fun of you.
I don't know about that. I am gaining a dad bod, even though I'm working out lately. But I'm saying, I don't know.
Let's put it to the test. Everybody has to send a video of them wiggling their belly with no shirt
Uh,
on.
I'm good.
Do I look like death to you? This is stupid.
Do I look like death to you? Yes.
Mustn't become
Get
death.
in the ground.
Fuck is this lady? She's someone that's the
She's
box
deaf.
wants you to do shit with.
No. She's the old lady.
What would you
Old lady.
do? What would you do if, like, just she opened her mouth and death, death just shot out into the real world?
Just fucking
Started
murders
like
you.
Yeah, murders you and murders the town.
I mean, I'd be dead.
I mean, you would be fine. You're playing the game.
Death to all who oppose me.
I mean, you would be fucked.
Yeah, he would. I mean, Yosuke too. I mean, nobody would really care, but
It sounds like somebody just came out, kills Yosuke, and everyone's like, "Yeah, he died." And then like she is like, "Who?"
I can make a model. Isn't this fun?
He's just making 500 pixies.
My little sister's dead.
It's Monday. Fun day.
Dave, look.
8 o'clock. So long, suckers. I can't stay here all night. I've got a life. Are you open? Read the sign. I'll have a Krabby Patty
it's
Deluxe and a double chili kelp fry.
All right, it's the Stuart and SpongeBob crossover. Okay, so Stuart, you wake up in SpongeBob's house. You're lying on his bed. SpongeBob comes up to you and said, "I found you, passed out." What do you say, Stuart?
I'll go, ah! And then just hang myself.
That's exterior Stuart's funeral. SpongeBob attended. He's the only one. He's the only one who knew Stuart. He feels responsible.
He's just T-posing in the air. His mouth opens wide, and he starts, like, sucking in everything.
The world just ends.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what I'm very surprised didn't happen at E3? The announcement of the American comic of Detective Naruto.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You think Atlas would have actually done that?
No.
You know, what if this whole time it was just bad translation? And then that the actual, like, real Detective Naruto was, like, the most badass thing ever?
I would love that. You do not understand. I just made a promise. I think I fucked up in a few episodes, but I will try to weed it in any way I can.
I mean, like, this is just the same situation as JoJo Part 5, where it was badly translated, and people said, like, this was the worst part, and then an actual proper translation happens, and then the anime happens, and people they can't get enough of JoJo Part 5.
Oh, JoJo Part 5, that is... I know them by name, I'm sorry. That one is... Hold on.
Vento Oreo.
Is it 4 Stardust Crusaders? Oh, okay.
4 is Diamond is
Never mind.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, and then 5 is, as you just said, yeah, okay.
Although anime
like
terms, it's Golden Win.
Golden, yeah, whatever.
It's
But,
it's because of the translation was so awful.
Really? I didn't. I guess I was just lucky.
You probably got an updated one.
Probably. Or I'm just garbage.
The funny haha meme is God, what the hell is it? King Crimson in the explanation segment during that bad translation, all it said was "it just works." That's where that meme came from.
Are we talking about the anime, or are we talking about the
mongoose?
Oh, the mongoose. Okay, the Magna.
Yeah.
One of my friends has a Akira Laserdisc, and one of them has commentary, and it's just they're like, yeah, we tried to follow the Magna as much as we could. The Magna was very odd, and it wasn't finished. So when it came to the Magna, we had, and it was just the guy just kept saying it like that. So.
I mean, I think it's called manga, but I just call it manga because I don't fucking care.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. Magungus. Among Us?
Or like how some people call Wikipedia as Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. That sounds like a disease.
It does.
Hey, Stuart, I'm sorry to say this, but you have a Wikipedia. It's terminal.
Wikipedia.
I literally just fucking explode. Just like in SpongeBob. Here's your order, sir. Thanks. Just chunks of me, but in a square.
I mean, to be honest though, I see why people don't like Stone Ocean though.
I don't have any hope for it. I hope it's good. I hope they somehow get around. What the hell is it?
Yeah.
What the Bohemian Rhapsody stand? I really wonder how they're gonna get around that.
That's a good question. The thing that's really funny is we were having a conversation, and I was having a conversation with a few friends in general, and this keeps coming up when I love how people are like, oh, I like JoJo. It's very, consistent. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna say bye.
Who the fuck says I like JoJo? What fucking losers do you hang out with?
Well,
I just insulted all your friends.
No,
I'm so sorry.
you are right. You are wrong.
I'm wrong?
No, I said you're not wrong.
Oh, okay.
You are not wrong. Most of my friends just got into JoJo, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not like comic books where we go into weird alternate universes." And I'm like,
What is he? What? Okay. Okay.
I watched the
all
first four
right.
episodes of JoJo, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. And then I stopped watching.
Where did you? Okay, so I'm about to say the cardinal sin of JoJo. Which one was it? Was it like Phantom
It's like,
Blood?
it was like the
Is
first
that the?
show, first
Yeah.
season.
Phantom Blood.
Yeah,
Okay.
four episodes in, I was just like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it, but I was not that interested in watching more of it.
I feel like you could have skipped. You could have just went to the second one, which I do not remember the name at the moment. But
Battle Tendency?
Thank you. Yes.
Or are you talking about Stardust Crusaders?
Stardust Crusaders is 3 though, isn't it? Like, isn't that 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have done Battle Tendency.
I have a friend who has tried to extensively explain JoJo and get me into it, and
Look, real talk.
I don't think I see it. Sorry.
You just have to get into it on your own, and
Yeah.
the best way for me to put it is that you do not have to watch them in order. I know Stuart's going to fucking come to California.
I'm just gonna
and
come.
murder me.
That's all I'm gonna do. It's just I know you don't have to watch them in order.
But I know that Stuart's gonna find me and murder me. But you can watch. I feel like watch them in whatever the fuck order you want to, and that might be how you enjoy it.
It's certainly not something I'm gonna watch anytime soon, but
You would be surprised. I thought the same shit.
I mean, we could
Like-
always watch it together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Together.
I've already seen Battle
Sure.
Tendency 3 times.
I'll
And
watch it with you guys.
that sinking realization of, oh shit, I'm watching JoJo Part 2, Battle Tendency for the third fucking time.
I didn't think part 2 was that bad though.
Oh no, I enjoyed it. It was just I watched it for the third time in like a really quick span.
Oh yeah.
Instead
I
of like
just
not like months or years later. No, it was like within maybe a month or two, just to try to get my brothers into it.
Yeah, to be fair here, I have not watched JoJo. I've read JoJo, so you know. Well, I should say reading because JoJo Leon is taking its fucking time
Oh yes, it is.
to do anything.
I mean, are you all caught up with JoJolian?
Abso-fucking-lutely not, but spoil it anyways.
They already showed off the villain,
Oh, no, so yeah, I'm caught up, never mind.
like the actual villain,
Yeah.
not like a could it be Jobin? Could it be Jobin? Could it be Jobin, dude? You think it's Jobin? Hey guys, I have a theory. I think it could be Jobin. Could it be the mom? Oh shit, son! It could be the mom.
That voice reminds me of like those shitty commercials. Hey kids,
Hey kids, do you like Chuck E. Cheese? Where a kid could
you
be a
want to
kid?
watch me? Hey kid, you want to watch me blow my brains out?
This is crack.
That's a very smooth transition.
Hi kids, we're home early. You know, something like that.
Yeah, I only know that quote because of Skooks.
Oops.
Skooks.
I watch
seen a lot of people-
Skooks too much.
I've seen a lot of people bring up that.
Am I glad that he's frozen in there and that we're out here and that he's the
Kiwi.
sheriff? I said
Almost
the
said
sheriff.
Mr. Rogers.
He's Mr. Rogers in there.
This Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
God, remember when Mr. Rogers?
Remember when
Such-
Mr. Rogers talked about nukes? I do.
Nuke the whales. It's Naruto, the detective,
Naruto, the ninja.
the ninja man.
She
He'll
just
be-
said,
Who else
let's
will
hang
walk
out.
He'll be
Oh.
the Hokage.
Alright, go hang out with Naruto. If she's the only one who's willing to give you the time of day, then
Yeah.
fuck everyone else.
Because,
Sasuke
Yeah.
is in agony.
Yeah, you should talk to Naruto and let her tell you about her spinoff. That's totally canon to this game.
And you just kind of like nod your head the entire say, yeah, sure, yeah.
I mean, I could technically do I, but
She's not part of your party. Fuck her.
she's an innocent woman who was fat as a kid, like seriously fucking fat, and then she got
Fuck
skinny.
her.
Okay.
He's almost maxed out, but I know that's all story driven.
Yeah, Naruto. She's easy to get to max out.
Because they have so much less time with her, so they probably need to make it easier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why should she turn you down every single time?
Because she's like, I have to deal with this myself, and you just says, I'll walk with you anyway. And she's like, no!
She has like the pissed off reaction too, like, fuck you!
Yes.
Grabs you by the neck and chokes you.
Then you say, no, it's okay. She's like, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I stayed silent during all that.
Say that again, what?
I said, yeah, I'm good. I stayed silent during all of that.
Dear detective, your prized possessions are in my hand. Can you recover them? The game is afoot. The Phantom Thief. Oh my god, it's Joker! Running from a challenge, you fucking loser.
Pulls out gun,
Fuck you.
shoots you. What the fuck's up? This might just be the people that I know. But why is there hate between the communities of Shin Megami and Persona?
Okay, the best way I could explain it is a lot of, I guess, Persona people, they look at SMT and call it too challenging or boring because there's no social link aspects and, you know, that type of stuff.
Hmm.
And a lot of SMT people get upset because no one will pay them the mind of day, or that Persona just is more popular, or how some of the remakes of recent SMT games like Strange Journey or Apocalypse, which isn't a remake, has like SMT aspects, not SMT, Persona aspects like slice of life stuff.
Okay.
So people, it's really weird. I'm a fan of both.
Yeah, I just thought you would understand, because I like them both. I just never understood whenever, like, you know, that happens. Because I have a friend that's like, oh, I hate Persona. It sucks. I hate it. And then I'm like, oh, what about? But then I found out they play Shin Megami, and it just was weird. He's like, yeah, I love all the shit about Shin Megami.
Yeah, there's some YouTubers that I like who have other collab people in their SMT stuff, and I watch their videos, and there's who's the guy? He's the editor for LS Mark. I forget his name. He loves SMT, but I think all of his videos on Persona, like 3, 4, and 5, he just fucking hates them.
He said he liked 4.
Oh, okay.
He had problems with 4. I didn't even watch that entire video. I just started watching it.
I just remember his video for 3 was like it's an overrated piece of shit or something, and then he gave what was it? Something for 5. He said that like the dialogue was shit and only gave like examples when you were in the meta. The examples when you were in the metaverse. I think these were the only examples he gave was in the metaverse that said like don't bully people.
You know,
and then he started laughing his ass off, and those are very poor examples.
So I wouldn't. I don't want to sound like an asshole here, but I have never heard anybody say that Shin Megami Tensei 3 is overrated. I feel like a lot of people.
No. Persona 3. That's what I meant.
Oh, did I say what did I say?
You said SMT 3.
I am sorry. I meant Persona 3.
I mean, I can understand it if it's like, oh, the dungeon crawler or auto battles, but he just, it's been so long. I don't even remember what his what his points were.
That happens. I just feel like 3 is the one that no one talks about now because of 4 and 5. Have any of you guys played Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rehydrated?
Right. I have not. I've not
Rehydrated's the only one I've played.
Oh, okay. I have not played that game at all. I've had a friend try to convince me to play it. It's not that I didn't want to. I just don't have a copy. Is it, like, worth it?
It's fun.
I'd say yeah. It's just, I don't know if they ever patched this out. In the very first stage, there's like a slope that they decided it was a great idea to lower the ceiling so fucking low to where you just drop like a rock, and that was like the worst thing ever. So maybe they patched that part
Okay.
out. Do
Yeah, I don't know.
you know what I'm talking about,
What I did
Michael?
play. No, I didn't actually play the Rehydrated that much. I might give it another go eventually, but
And
thing
I
is, I didn't grow up with Battle for Bikini Bottom. I grew up with the movie video game, which I believe I've talked about before, which is it's running off the same like blueprints as Battle for Bikini Bottom, like very similar
Kind of
controls,
like a sequel.
basically, yeah, basically the same graphics. Uh, and I really liked the movie game, and I thought it was a
was
lot
about
of
to
fun.
say, am I going to be the one that has
Oh.
to do the playthrough here if we
Yeah, why
decide
not?
to do that?
So, can I ask you guys a very kind of important question, more for my show than anything else?
The Chris show.
Do you nostalgia goggles? Yeah, I've been working on a thing. I've been doing a Kirby video.
Okay.
Do you guys really think, and this might just be because I'm different, do you guys think that nostalgia really is that important to gaming? Or like, do you think there is such thing as a nostalgia blindness,
No.
or like,
No. Everybody that keeps talking about that are fucking idiots.
Nostalgia blindness.
No, when people are just like, I do not have my nostalgia goggles glued to me.
I definitely think that you can like something more because you played it as a kid.
okay,
I don't. I don't even know what your point there is, Stuart.
I'm trying to
No,
understand it as
my
well.
point is I'm trying to be incredibly edgy because I am an edgelord.
Well, look. I think that. I think that it's annoying if you completely dismiss a game because people played it as a kid. I do think that's obnoxious. To like say there's nothing to it other than you played it as a kid. But I mean, you're gonna, yeah, if you grew up playing a game, there's a good chance you're gonna like it more because you grew up playing it.
Okay.
You have a connection to it. You have a positive feeling that comes from it. It's probably why I like the GameCube Animal Crossing more than New Leaf, even though New Leaf gave you a lot more to do.
Okay, so I feel like that one's out of perspective, though. Even though just because a game gives you more to do doesn't mean that the quality is better, and I feel like that's the thing that we keep forgetting nowadays. The GameCube one might have nostalgia to it, but it also might just be that you liked the simplicity that came from it. Not only for nostalgia, but just because Animal Crossing, like many of Nintendo's games, doesn't have a fuck up yet. No, I lied to you. Animal Crossing did have a fuck up. It was that party game.
I feel like one good example when people talk about the older games, how they feel like shit or something, is that they're used to the 360 degrees
Yeah.
about how modern controllers are. When it'll take you maybe like a few minutes to just realize, oh, let me just get used to this real quick. Because I remember a few years ago, going back to Wind Waker, how your turns were so wide, and it just took me a few minutes to get used to it.
I mean, as a person that has that is once again working on a show that's very nostalgia based, I completely understand where nostalgia comes in, but I also do feel like there is some not. I don't know how to say this without sounding like an ass, so I'm just gonna leave it as is because I don't want to sound like an ass. So
I mean, I already sounded like an ass earlier.
No, I sounded like an ass because I feel like I sounded too angry in my response to you, so I'm sorry.
My response was angry, telling everybody to go fuck themselves.
Well, no, like, okay, so story and answer honestly. I will not give you an attitude. Is, do you legitimately not think nostalgia can play a role in liking a game at all? Do you think that's like entirely bullshit, or do you think that there's some truth to it, or just like you don't think nostalgia plays a role at all?
I guess I'll just like recreate my answer.
You don't have to. If you genuinely think that's bullshit, call it bullshit.
It does a little bit, but in terms of when people who don't like the older games or whatever just dismiss it as people are nostalgia blinded, can go fuck themselves. That's my point. It's my
that's
perspective.
That's annoying because they're trying to dismiss everyone else and just say I have the right opinion.
My perspective is I've watched a bunch of just like gaming videos growing up, or just whatever. Like my time online is just just getting knowledge in video games, and whenever they mention just an old thing or people being reviewers or whatever, just talking about nostalgia blind, I immediately dismiss them because they're just either trying to be
So
I don't know
I
the right words to describe it because I'm being a
I hear what you're saying.
hypocrite right now. It's just annoying where it's like
so
been there, done that.
I'm just gonna be an
I hear what you're
asshole.
saying.
I'm gonna be an asshole here and uh just be an ass. I do feel like there is a nostalgia blindness to a degree, but I don't think it's I don't think it. So hear me out, right?
No.
Too bad. I play a lot of stupid video games. I've played a lot of stupid video games. I played a lot of the NES, Atari, and so on and so forth. I go off of can I convince somebody to play a game, realistically. And if I can't convince a friend of mine, or like let's say I talk to Michael and I'm trying to convince him to play an Atari game, there is a good goddamn chance he will not play one. Like there's so much, to it.
Yeah, I don't think I could play Atari games.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm going off of is that like because I know some people that are like, oh man, I played Pong for hours. Yeah, I don't think people today will do that shit. There's
You know
some
what
people.
you know what I think was like kind of evidence that it does apply to me a little bit is
But
I fucking love Thousand Year Door, but I played it as a kid, and then I tried to play the 64 version of Paper Mario, and I tried, I got like far into the game. I made it like halfway through, and I was just like, man, I'm really not having fun with this. But I could play Thousand Year Door any day. I do think Thousand Year Door is a superior game,
oh yeah,
but I don't think that it should be like I don't think the quality between the two is so different that I shouldn't be able to finish the 64 one.
I mean, okay, I can see where you're coming from the 64 one. I That's all I could say. I I have I have way more I could say about it, but to be fair here, I don't know. I'm not the guy to talk about RPGs with because I still play like Phantasy Star for the Sega and shit like that.
Out of every single fucking character that joins you in Thousand Year Door is a character that I felt very fond of, whereas the 64 one, the only one I felt that with was the Boo that joins you.
Ah, okay.
I liked her a lot. The rest of them were just like, oh, you helped me deliver this letter. I'm gonna join you now, and it's just like, oh, it's so boring. How they
Yeah,
continue.
I can see exactly where you're coming from. I
Mario's okay. At least he sets up the beginning of the story. He's okay.
Yeah, like I mean, like I said, I see exactly where you're coming from. I played it as a kid. I have not touched it since, so I have no honest clue.
They started to do something that I really liked with the Pink Bomb. Like I don't remember the names of these characters except
Bombette.
Mario. Bombette. I liked her, but then it was just like they didn't. They started something and they were just like, okay, cool, you helped me out of that cage, I'm joining you. It was like a good setup, and then they just did it. There was no payoff to it.
Yeah, I like my one rule for my show is that I have to beat the game at least once. So at
Yeah.
least I can, because I feel like some games you can definitely you can play and then like halfway through it turns to shit because that stuff happens.
Yeah, I definitely don't think you should review something that you haven't completed.
I feel like sometimes you don't like. As a guy that also reviews NES games or planning on doing it, there is no way you can beat some of those and you can still, know how it goes.
To be fair, I did that. This was years ago, but I did a Sonic Lost World video without beating Sonic Lost World.
Or you
Oh, I
could
know.
look at the camera in like disgust and say no, and then point your camera at a YouTube video and say I beat it.
Well, you could sure do that. Like I'm replaying Smash right now. My two videos are going to be Kirby and Smash, and I have to find out how I'm going to do Fatal Fury.
In Smash.
I'm doing Smash for the 64. Okay. So the three things that I have planned are Kirby Nightmare into Dreamland, which is already recorded. I just need to voice it over and actually do shit with it. Super Smash Bros, which once again is the same as Kirby, and Fatal Fury, which has two versions of it, which is the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. And I hate when people put the games together, so I'm just gonna do them separately. It's just the problem is the Super Nintendo one is absolute shit. So I don't want to just
I
be that one guy. I don't want to be that one guy that's like, oh yeah, the Super Nintendo is shit. Here's why. So
every
What
single time I've
what
ever
game
done
were
a
you
game
talking about
review,
again?
Fatal Fury.
Oh, okay.
every single time I've ever done a game review, it's been just downloading YouTube videos of other people playing the game. To be fair, I haven't done a game review since 2014, and if I ever did another one, I would not do that.
See, I feel like a complete dumbass because I know so many people that do it, but yet I record my own. Well, I record my own shit because normally I
I
want to
think you
talk
should.
about something.
I think you should show off your gameplay if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, well, I normally do it because, like in my Link Between Worlds, not Link Between Worlds, Link Awakening, there's a lot of shit that I wanted to talk about that no one else did in their playthroughs, or if they did, I didn't want to fucking watch it. So it was just much
You know
easier
why?
to
You know why you should use your own footage?
watch.
Why, Michael?
Because if you're doing a review and it's like you're talking about something, your gameplay to it could be very telling of
Yeah,
whether
that's
someone
true.
should of whether
That is
someone
true.
should be listening to you or not. Like the fucking person who like got stuck on that Cuphead tutorial.
Oh my god.
Like, I mean, I don't know if I could even say that I'm really a. I don't like to say review, not because I'm not. It's just it's. I guess it's a review. I don't know what the fuck to
It could
call it.
be,
When it's
it
out,
could
it's
be
out.
more of like it could be more of a discussion video,
Oh, it's definitely not. It's more on the review side. I have no fucking clue. Michael will probably watch it and then tell me I'm shit in the comment section.
video essay, whatever. Video essay, maybe. I don't know. I do TV. I have my TV dinner show on my channel where I talk about TV shows, but most of
While
them I
eating
would say are
dinner.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually threw in a segment where I eat dinner in one of the episodes, and everyone was like, "Why the fuck did you do that? That ruins the pacing of the episode." Okay, nostalgia critic.
All right. So
So
now
I
he's the
stopped doing
nostalgia
that.
critic.
Hey, the video did well, but people are just like every single negative comment is either me saying that season 4 of Community is worse than season 6, or the fucking TV, because I actually review a TV dinner halfway through the episode. Everyone was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have put
Oh,
that in there."
so real talk. That's just people not understanding the nuance of the filmmaker, and they can your ass.
I do think rewatching that video, I do think it kills the pacing of the video, but you can skip it, and then
I
it gets right back.
So here's the thing: is that I feel like that's isn't that. I mean, it's called TV dinner, right?
It was kind of a fuck you part. It was done as a joke. Like, obviously it's a stupid thing to do, and that's
I mean,
why I did
yeah.
it, 'cause I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny. So I mean,
Well, thank you. Did you watch that episode?
yeah. Oh, I watch your shit.
Thank you. I have two that I'm working on right now. One of them is like 90% done. It's just I get really defensive at the end, and I started looking for comments on YouTube, and then I
Yeah, you've
realized
talked
that,
about
like,
this.
yeah, I don't know if I said it on a recording or a story, but I realized that the defensiveness was like completely in my head. Like, I thought that there were so many people who shit on this series, and they don't. Because the next one's on fucking rat poaching.
I yeah, I watch almost everything that you upload.
Thank you, man.
I even watched. I don't know how this came up, but I even found. I even liked your demo reel that you did. So
Oh, how'd you come? Wow, how did you
I
come
don't.
across that?
It was in my
Oh,
suggested feed. I don't know how the
you
fuck
know
that
what?
happened.
You know what? I got an extra subscriber, and I was wondering who it was. I think I keep commenting on you and Olivia's videos under my like resume channel.
Oh, okay, because it just popped up, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is this? Well, I guess I'll watch it and like it.
I have a channel that's just my name, and that's my resume channel where I only upload stuff that I like am okay with showing them to employers. And I would fucking kill myself before I sent them the Duck Brigade.
You can definitely cut the segment out. I don't want to sound like creepy, being like, yeah, I watch everything you
No,
do.
no, no,
But
no. I was trying to figure out how you would find that. And I think it's just because I've interacted with your guys' channel.
yeah, I didn't.
Yes.
It just popped up, and I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
No,
All right, cool.
I don't think that's creepy. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was a really
I-
good
I-
demo reel.
Thank you. I want to keep updating it because I think that I can get better shots than the ones that are in there. I just haven't gone out with my camera in a year.
Yeah,
aside from freelance, I have some shots from weddings that I really like, but I only got permission to do it with one of the weddings, so I only used one wedding in that demo
yeah.
reel. Because weddings are like, I think, are the what. Here's the thing: I fucking hate doing weddings. I really do not enjoy being at them and filming them. But I do think I'm good at it. I've done a couple of them, and I
That's
think all of
just
them are good.
if you're good at it and you
Yeah.
hate it, that's part of life.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep doing them if I get offers to do them. Never gonna turn one down. Uh, and that's a big, it's a big one. I might even there's a places I'm applying for like a full-time position at places, and there is one place where they just hire wedding videographers. That would be better because if I was going to a wedding with another employee, that would be great. The only wedding where I didn't hate doing it was one where I paid my friend Tariq to help me film it.
Oh
And we
no.
just kind of like filmed it together. And whenever we were charging batteries or take, because like a lot of these weddings, they don't want you to film everything. They'll just say, okay, film this, and then take a break, and then when this happens, I want you to film this. So
Yeah,
me
is
and
it
Tariq were just kind of hanging out.
is it cool that we talk shop here, like what we do?
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, so I normally do like I like to try to pitch for people their show ideas.
yeah,
I also do editing. Editing is something that I feel like I hate more. They both have the same problem of where somebody expects you to do something
yeah,
and they don't tell you. Like I don't pitch commonly. I've only done it twice, one for my own and one for somebody else. But I hate when people ask you to do it, and I've had more people ask me to do it, and they
yeah,
don't tell you what they want, especially with editing, because they're like, "Oh yeah, just add something funny." What's funny to you is definitely not funny to me. Just tell me what you want.
yeah.
I mean, I know that sounds like I'm an idiot, you know, but like,
No,
if you're, I
you
can't.
gotta. Here's the thing: if you try, I was just talking to my friend Tariq last night actually, and he made he said this to me. I forget exactly how it came up, but it's true. You gotta make like what feels right to you, because if you're trying to appease to other people, you're gonna come off as like really disingenuous.
Yeah, I was working with one channel, well, one channel that turned into two, and anytime we got like the first video I did for them, which was on Star Wars, I'm not saying it only because I have no clue if I have permission to say it, but you know what's up, Michael. But we worked on that, and I remember the guy we worked for was just like, "Oh, just make it funny." I can't make people talking on a podcast funny without my own or what I think is funny. And what
Yeah.
I think is funny is clearly not what they think is funny. So,
Sometimes, like, what I think is funny is doing something that I know the person who recorded would be annoyed by.
yeah, I mean, the thing that I did is I also kind of had to keep it somewhat safe, joke-wise. Like, I remember getting told, like, oh, they don't like the stock footage. I'm like, what do you want me to do while you're talking? Do you want me to just, you don't, you won't let me make, because I asked them, because Olivia draws, I was like, do you want us to make, like, you know, rigs of you or, like, characters of you so that when you're talking we could do it. He's like, no, 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 we just want it to be fast. So like it's hard when you don't know what to
And
do with it.
he didn't want stock footage of like.
One of them just didn't like stock footage for some reason. Well, the
I
one
mean,
did, the other didn't.
what the fuck do they want you to do?
They wanted to make it funny.
Make it funny. Just
Yeah,
record yourself screaming in the background of the entire thing.
there's like I remember I had to go to work, and they asked me to do it like at what was it 12 o'clock. So I had to like ask Olivia to help me edit it because
Yeah.
like I was at work, and he's like, yeah, could you get this done? And I'm at work, which was Noodles and Company at the time, and he's texting me about it. And I'm like, I'm not even working on it right now, and he needed it out because it was like, was it Game of Thrones? I hated Game of Thrones. No, I hated their review of Game of Thrones and Death Note. Death Note was my favorite to hate because I love how they're just like, yeah, I hate this movie, I hate Death Note, but I didn't watch it.
What?
Yeah, they were
That's like,
complaining about Death Note without even watching it, and I'm like, okay, look,
Yeah.
I get it, I get not liking Death Note, even though I never said I don't like Death Note. It's just a little, you know, it's me and Michael had this war before.
Death Note is another one of our continuing arguments. It's just I don't. I think episode 39 is where the Death Note, the first one happens, and the next one will be in a Mario 64 episode that comes out God knows when, because that's not a series I've been focused on. I've been focused on Oblivion and Persona right now.
Yeah.
I
What
need
I'm
to
doing
start making
right.
the episodes smaller. Persona 4, I feel like I just need to keep releasing them as
No.
like 40 minutes to an hour because I've done
No,
that
we
the
did
whole
them.
series. But after this series, I swear it's going to be like 20-minute episodes. It's like the hour.
Way to be creepy on the Pokemon one.
I think I'm going to keep it with Persona just because it's like to be consistent. I think it'd be weird halfway through the series if they all start becoming 20 minutes long, and as a result, there's like 100 additional episodes.
10,000 episodes.
10,000. Anyways, though, I really did not. I didn't hate working for the guy. Working with him was fine. I just wish that they gave us more direction.
What I'm doing right now is it's raining. Everybody is not available. I want to increase Margaret's social link. I need a Black Frost. I need Auto Sukaja. I'm grinding.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
I have like majority of my stats up. So this is my justifying, like, I need money, I want to grind.
No
Yeah.
problem.
I also remember having to. I think my favorite thing that I hate to do, and this is back with that one group, is he was.
The guy I hate to do. I just like those tits.
Old guy.
Keep going.
I meant to say another thing I hate to do for the guy. He asked us to do game reviews, and we're like, "Hey, do you have any gameplay footage?" And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay, well." And the guy got like an official copy from Nintendo twice.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, one of them was Kirby Star Allies, I think. And I'm like, I have the game. I could sit and play the game and put my footage in it. And a part of me was just like, fuck it. Why would I do that?
Did he want you to edit his game reviews or for you to make your own game reviews?
He wanted me to edit his game reviews without gameplay footage. So I did what the next person can do. I stole the footage from trailers because fuck watching a Let's Play and, you know.
You know what I really loved? There's a YouTuber named Cybershell who recently came back from the dead.
God Emperor Cybershell.
Yeah. I fucking love his videos. Almost like pretty much every video he's made since he's been back I've really liked. But he came up with this thing like with his YouTube videos where he has a capture card. He can record his screen properly. But he set up his TV and is recording his TV screen as an aesthetic choice. And he doesn't do this in every video. He doesn't. But it's just like I kind of like it. Because it's different, you know?
There's nothing wrong with it as long as you don't, like, do what we all did in the early days.
Yeah, and it's kind of well, like it gets a clear enough shot of the game, but he also does like some funny bits with it where he's like literally drawing on his TV screen with like a marker. So he's like,
you guys need to send me this guy. I have not seen him.
Oh, you'll love him, dude.
Most of his videos are Sonic related, but when he made his comeback, it actually is a variety. He just recently did a video on a guy who stole soda from Taco Bell.
There's the infamous Dick
My
Tree
guy,
saga.
Michael.
I love that. That was like one of my favorites.
Michael, homie. We've done a Sonic Let's Play. What makes you think I'm gonna care?
I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that's what most of his. All of his videos used to be exclusively that, but he made a comeback where he's more so like he did like a couple of Sonic videos during his comeback, but he started like then he did a Banjo-Kazooie one, then he did one on this game that I never even really heard of, which was I still liked the video though.
What was the video? Oh, the game.
Yeah, the one game where you can switch into different animal bodies.
Part of me thought of like Balan Wonderworld.
I like
you
Alice
know,
Mark's video on that.
Balan Wonderland or
Wonderworld.
Yeah.
Wonderworld or Zoo Race.